Stop. Don't scroll, not this time. Because if you leave right now, you'll never know how close you were to something that could change your entire relationship with wealth, with time, with the version of yourself that has been waiting, patiently, silently, without a single complaint, on the other side of this moment. Listen carefully. You don't need hours. You don't need days. You don't even need belief yet. You just need 11 seconds of presence. 11. That's all the field requires. Not a year of discipline, not a decade of suffering, not a childhood you'd have to rewrite. 11 seconds of true, undivided arrival. And you have already spent more than that just reading these words, which means the threshold has already been crossed. You are already inside something. Stay with me. Notice what's happening in your chest right now. There's something there. A subtle pressure, a slight pull that isn't quite anxiety and isn't quite excitement. It's something older than both of those things. It's recognition. Your nervous system has already registered that this moment is different, not because I am telling you it is, but because on some level beneath language, beneath thought, beneath everything you've been taught to trust, you already know. You were not scrolling. You were being guided, and the distance between where you were 30 seconds ago and where you are right now is not measured in time. It is measured in alignment. You are here. You arrived, and that is not an accident. Before we go any further, do this with intention. Tap like, because you are anchoring this moment into your timeline. Subscribe, because this is not the last time you'll feel this shift. And in the comments, write this now. I am the container. Not later, now. Because the moment you write it, you are no longer observing. You are participating. And participation is where transformation begins. Write it as a declaration, not a performance. Write it as someone who already understands what it means, even if your conscious mind is still catching up. I am the container. Those 4 words are not a trend. They are an instruction, a signal that something in you is ready to hold what was previously too large to hold. Write them now, and then return. Because what comes next will make more sense in your body than it will in your mind. Here is what you have been told. You have been told that wealth is earned through effort, that the more you sacrifice, the more you deserve, that the harder you fight the current reality, the faster it changes. You have been told that wanting something too much will push it away, but not wanting it enough means you'll never attract it. You have been told to be grateful but also to hustle, to surrender but also to chase, to trust the process but also to control every variable. You have been given a set of contradictions so perfectly calibrated to exhaust you that by the time you reach the end of another day, you have nothing left. Not for the field, not for the signal you're supposed to be sending, not for the version of yourself that is trying desperately to find a frequency clean enough to lock onto. You are tired, not because you are weak, but because you have been carrying instructions that were never designed to work. And here's the truth most people aren't ready to hear. The exhaustion is not a symptom of not trying hard enough. The exhaustion is the result of trying in the wrong direction entirely. You have been attempting to pour wealth into a container that was never prepared to receive it. Not because you aren't worthy. That's not the language of consciousness. That's the language of a system designed to keep you in survival mode. You are not unworthy. You are unprepared. And those two things are not the same. Unworthiness requires punishment. Unpreparedness requires recalibration. And that distinction, that precise surgical distinction, is the first thing that changes today. What if the chosen ones who seem to be receiving wealth effortlessly are not doing something you cannot do? What if they have simply stopped doing something you are still doing? What if the invisible wall between you and the abundance that is already yours, already coded into the architecture of your reality, already present in the quantum field as pure potential, is not a lack of action, but a persistent signal that contradicts the one you are trying to send? You are broadcasting 2 frequencies simultaneously. One says, I am ready to receive. The other says, I don't fully believe this is possible for me. And the field, which has no judgment, no preference, no morality, simply reflects the loudest, most consistent one. And here's what most people never realize. Consistency is not repetition. Consistency is resonance. It is the unified signal of a nervous system that has stopped fighting itself. Breathe, slowly, fully. Let the breath move all the way into the base of your stomach. Feel your body make room. This is not a metaphor. The breath is the fastest access point you have to the nervous system, and the nervous system is the gatekeeper between intention and embodiment. between what you want and what you are. You cannot think your way into a new frequency. You have to breathe your way there first. And now, with your chest slightly expanded and your jaw just a little looser than it was a moment ago, stay with me. This is not motivation. This is activation. And what is being activated right now is something that existed in you long before you found this video, long before you developed opinions about wealth and effort and what you deserve. There is something in your cellular memory, layered beneath every conditioned response, beneath every financial fear you inherited without choosing, that already knows how to receive. Babies receive without justification. They do not earn the warmth of a hand. They do not explain why they deserve milk. They receive because receiving is the natural state of a being that has not yet been taught to refuse. Somewhere in the architecture of your biology, that knowing still exists. It has not been deleted. It has only been buried. And this, right now, is the excavation. The quantum field does not respond to your words. This is where most approaches fail before they begin. The field responds to your state, not to your affirmations, to your declarations, delivered from a place that the nervous system has already accepted as true, not to what you say you want, but to what your body has already agreed to hold. This is the sovereign code. It is not a secret teaching. It is the most observable phenomenon in consciousness. The outer world cannot exceed the inner container, which means the chosen ones, the ones for whom wealth moves like water, effortlessly, continuously, are not more deserving, not more disciplined, not more spiritual. They have simply expanded their container beyond the point of contradiction. Their nervous system has stopped broadcasting the signal that says this cannot be mine. And in that silence, in that clean, uncontested frequency, the field has nothing to reflect back except abundance. Here's what most people never realize about the observer effect. In quantum mechanics, the act of observation changes the thing being observed. Not metaphorically, literally. The observer does not witness reality neutrally. The observer participates in its creation, which means you are not watching your life happen. You are generating it. Every moment of sustained attention is an act of co-creation. And if the sustained attention of your nervous system is fixed on scarcity, on what is missing, on what has not yet arrived, on the gap between where you are and where you want to be, then you are actively participating in the architecture of a reality that confirms that gap. You are not a passive observer waiting to receive. You are an active transmitter, and the transmission is constant. Right now, something is shifting in the understanding of what that means. Breathe, slowly, fully. Feel the weight of that, not as burden, but as power. Because if you are the one generating this signal, you are also the one who can change it. Not by force, not by suppression, not by pretending the fear isn't there, but by expanding, deliberately, physiologically, moment by moment, the container that holds both the fear and the knowing, until the knowing is simply larger, until the knowing takes up more room, until the body, which cannot distinguish between a vividly rehearsed experience and a lived one, begins to organize itself around the signal of what is already arriving. Feel your breath deepening now, naturally, without instruction. That's not coincidence. That's your biology responding to a frequency it recognizes. Stay with this. There is a version of you that already exists beyond the struggle with money, not as fantasy, not as aspiration, as a parallel reality, as real, as coherent, as dimensionally complete as the one you are currently inhabiting. That version of you is not in the future. The future is a construct of a linear mind. That version exists now, in parallel, in the quantum field, holding a frequency you have not yet fully tuned to. And here is the thing about parallel versions that most people cannot accept until they feel it. You are not becoming that person. You are merging with them. The work is not construction. It is recognition. You are not building a new identity from scratch. You are remembering one that already has full access to what you've been reaching for. Right now, in this moment, I want you to do something that will feel strange, and then immediately familiar. I want you to imagine, not visualize, not picture, but feel what it is like to be that version of you. Not what they own, not what their bank account says, but how they feel in their body when they wake up in the morning. The quality of the breath, the absence of the tightening in the chest when a bill arrives. The particular kind of stillness that comes not from having solved every problem, but from knowing at a cellular level that the field is always moving in your direction. Feel the shoulders of that version. Feel how they sit differently. Feel how they hold eye contact with the world, not from arrogance, not from performance, but from an embodied, unshakable, quiet sovereignty. Your body cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. This is not a spiritual claim. It is a neurological one. The nervous system fires the same patterns. The cellular memory receives the same instructions. The biology begins to organize around what has been rehearsed with enough sensory detail and enough emotional specificity. This is the mechanism. This is why the chosen ones are not trying in the way you've been taught to try. They are rehearsing. They are merging. They are spending consistent, intentional moments inside a frequency, inside a state, that their body is learning to recognize as home. And once the body accepts a frequency as home, it will do everything in its power to recreate the conditions of that home in the external world. You are not searching for wealth. You are not chasing a timeline. You are not trying to convince the field of anything. You are the container. And right now, in real time, that container is expanding. Feel that in your chest, a soft warmth, a kind of opening that isn't dramatic, but is undeniably real. You are not imagining it. Your nervous system is responding to a signal it has been waiting to receive. Stay with me. This is not inspiration. This is recalibration. And here's what most people never realize about recalibration. It doesn't feel like a breakthrough. It feels like exhaling after holding your breath for longer than you knew you were holding it. It feels like something settling, not because something new has been added, but because something that was in the way has dissolved. The identity level shift that separates the chosen ones from everyone else is not an acquisition. It is a release of the cellular memory of scarcity, a release of the survival mode frequency that has been running in the background of your nervous system, like a program you never consciously installed. Survival mode is not a character flaw. It is a biological response. When the nervous system perceives threat, financial threat, social threat, the threat of not having enough, it contracts, it narrows, it prioritizes defense over creation. And in survival mode, the quantum field cannot deliver what belongs to the expansion frequency. Not because the field is punishing you, but because a contracted nervous system is literally incapable of receiving what requires openness to hold. This is the architecture of the problem. This is why effort in the wrong nervous system state produces exhaustion without result. You are trying to manifest abundance while your biology is running the program of scarcity, and those two things cannot coexist in the same container. Right now, something is shifting in your biology. Not because of what you are thinking, because of where your attention has been held and for how long. Every sustained moment of contact with a higher frequency is a biological event. The nervous system is plastic. The cellular memory is readable. The identity is not fixed. It is a frequency that has been held long enough to feel structural. And structure, once you understand that, is just habit wearing a lab coat. Right now, your body is being given the opportunity to practice a different habit, a different signal, a different answer to the question the field is always asking. What are you? What do you consistently demonstrate yourself to be? Breathe, slowly, fully. This time, as you exhale, let something go. Not dramatically, not with performance. Just notice, on the exhale, if there is something in your chest that has been held tightly for longer than this moment. A tension in the throat, perhaps. A quiet bracing. Let it soften. Not because you have solved anything, but because creation mode, the nervous system state in which the field can actually deliver, requires the body to move out of defense, and defense and reception cannot occupy the same space. Right now, something is shifting. Here's the truth most people aren't ready to hear about wealth specifically. Wealth is not a destination. It is a signal. It is what happens when a nervous system has been calibrated consistently to a frequency of expansion, biological authority over the frequency of survival. The chosen ones who receive wealth without apparent effort are not lucky. They are not more connected to source. They are not running a different spiritual operating system than you are. They are simply living inside a nervous system that has stopped contradicting itself. Their declaration matches their demonstration. Their words match their body. And the field, which reads demonstration, not declaration, simply reflects that coherence back as external form. Coherence, that is the sovereign code. Not a hidden teaching, not a rare gift. Coherence between what you say you are and what your body consistently agrees to. Coherence between the vibrational gateway you claim to have walked through and the internal environment you actually inhabit moment to moment. The chosen ones are not more deserving of wealth. They are more coherent, and coherence is learnable. Coherence is practicable. Coherence is what happens when you stop the internal contradiction long enough for the field to receive a single, clear, unified signal. I am the container. 4 words that, declared from a coherent nervous system, become an instruction that the field cannot ignore. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not too damaged or too conditioned or too old or too far into a timeline that needs to be corrected. You are a frequency that has been playing 2 notes at the same time, and all that is required, all that has ever been required, is to let one of those notes be quieter than the other. Let the knowing be louder than the fear, not by fighting the fear, not by suppressing the survival signal, but by giving the body enough repeated experience of the other frequency that it begins, slowly, then suddenly, to choose it. A chill down the spine. You may feel it now, or you may have felt it moments ago. That is not imagination. That is cellular memory activating. That is the biology registering that something true has been spoken, not true in the way that facts are true, but true in the way that resonance is true. When a frequency matches its counterpart, there is a physical response. You are experiencing that response. It is the body's way of saying, "This is mine. This has always been mine. I recognize this." There is a threshold that exists, not in the future, not after a specific achievement, but in the space between the version of you that has been running the old signal and the version that has already agreed to hold the new one. And right now, in this moment, you are standing at that threshold, not metaphorically, as a biological reality. The nervous system is in a state of transition, and in transition, in the gap, there is a choice, not a dramatic choice, not a once-in-a-lifetime decision requiring ceremony, a quiet choice. A moment-by-moment, breath-by-breath, demonstration-by-demonstration choice. To stay in the architecture of what has been, or to step, consciously, consistently, into the frequency of what is already true in the parallel field. You are not searching for this. You are being guided to it, and the guidance is not external. It never was. The field has been speaking through every moment of financial frustration, not as punishment but as direction. Every time abundance almost arrived and then contracted, that was not the field rejecting you. That was the container reaching its limit. And every limit once identified is a gift, because a limit named is a limit that can be expanded. You know where the edge is now. You have always known. And knowing the edge is the first act of moving beyond it. This is not inspiration. This is activation. And what is being activated right now is not a new belief. It is a recovered knowing, something that was yours before the conditioning, before the inherited scarcity, before you were taught to make yourself smaller so that your wanting wouldn't embarrass anyone. The chosen ones are not special. They are simply people who at some point, in a moment, not unlike this one, stopped making themselves smaller, stopped contradicting the signal, stopped apologizing to the field for the size of what they were prepared to receive. Right now, I want you to feel the specific quality of this moment, the quietness, the stillness beneath any external sound. Your eyes may feel slightly heavier than they did at the beginning of this video, not from tiredness but from depth, the kind of weight that comes from being genuinely present, genuinely inside something, rather than floating on the surface of it. Stay with this, because this state, this specific quality of presence, is the state in which the field receives the clearest signal, not the state of intense focus, not the state of effortful trying, the state of open, alert, embodied arrival. You cannot unsee what you have seen in this moment. This is not a warning. It is a liberation. Because the version of you that watches this and steps back into the old signal without friction, without awareness, without the quiet discomfort of knowing there is another way, that version is already fading. Right now, in real time, that version is becoming less available. Not because you are erasing something, but because a new frequency, once genuinely contacted, changes the calibration. You cannot unhear a note that has finally resolved into harmony. The contrast between coherence and contradiction is now something you will notice, and noticing is the beginning of sovereignty. The two paths are not dramatic. They don't look like a crossroads with clear signs. They look like 2 mornings. One morning where you wake up and return immediately to the old signal, the checking, the calculating, the contracting, the rehearsal of scarcity, because it is familiar, because the nervous system seeks the familiar even when the familiar is painful. And one morning where you pause, where you breathe first, where you spend 11 seconds, just 11, inside the frequency of the container before you open your eyes to the external world, where you choose, again, to be the one who holds the signal rather than the one who is held by the noise. The responsibility is not heavy, it is clarifying, because responsibility means response-ability, the ability to respond rather than react, the ability to hold a frequency under the pressure of an external world that will not immediately match it. The chosen ones are not protected from difficulty. They have simply developed the biological authority to maintain a frequency that the field can continue to work with, even inside the difficulty, even inside the waiting, even inside the gap between what they know and what they can yet see. Breathe, slowly, fully. Feel your body here, present in this room at this precise moment in your timeline. Feel the soft warmth in your chest, the warmth of something settling, something agreeing, something inside you that has been waiting to hear exactly what you have just heard. You have not been given new information. You have been returned to a knowing that was always yours. The recalibration has already begun, not as a future event, as a present reality. Right now, the cellular memory is receiving a new instruction. Right now, the nervous system is practicing a frequency it will begin to recognize as home. This is the integration phase, though it will not announce itself as such. Integration does not feel like a peak experience. It feels like the quiet that follows one. It feels like the body saying, I understand now. I don't need to be convinced anymore. I only need to practice. And practice is not the word for what the chosen ones do. Practice implies imperfection, implies distance from mastery. What the chosen ones do is something closer to inhabiting the frequency, living inside it long enough that the external world has no choice but to begin rearranging itself around the signal. You are not the person who arrived at the beginning of this video, not because something dramatic occurred, because something cellular occurred, because the quantum field registered a shift in the signal you are broadcasting, and because, even if your logical mind is running skeptical commentary right now, your body has already agreed. Your body agreed somewhere around the moment you felt the first pull in your chest. Your body agreed when your breath deepened without instruction. Your body is ahead of your thoughts on this, and your body is never wrong about resonance. There is a version of your life, not far, not theoretical, in which wealth moves the way water moves, not because you forced it, not because you earned it through suffering, but because you became through consistent practice of this precise frequency, the kind of container that abundance naturally fills, a container that does not contract when wealth approaches, that does not sabotage when success is close, that does not dismantle the arrival because the identity was not prepared to hold it. You are preparing that identity right now. You have been, for the last several minutes, expanding that container, and you cannot unfeel that expansion. A tear, forming without sadness, you may notice it now, or you may have noticed it at a quieter moment earlier in this video. It is not grief, it is recognition. It is the body acknowledging the distance between where you have been and where you already know you are going. That tear is not about the past. It is about the future recognizing itself in the present. It is the field, moving through your nervous system saying, yes, this is the direction. Stay here. Stay with this. Right now, go to the comments and type, I am the container, not as a trend, not as something everyone else is doing, but as a declaration, a signal to yourself that you are no longer the one who waits to receive. You are the one who has expanded enough to hold what has always been trying to arrive. I am the container means you are done apologizing for the size of your capacity, done contradicting the signal, done running two frequencies when one, clear, coherent, undivided, is all the field has ever needed from you. Write it now, because in the space between pressing send and the moment those words become visible to the world, something in your timeline has already shifted. And what is shifting, quietly, inevitably, in the quantum field where all parallel versions are already real, is the distance between the version of you that was watching and the version that has finally, fully arrived.